What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with an outraged Will Leahey. What's happening, Will?
Ninja, I am outraged. I'm outraged because we had the worst call in baseball history yesterday. Oh, actually, Armando Galarraga would like a word, but we had one of the worst calls in baseball history yesterday. Clearly, umpire Scott Berry just wanted to get home. We've all been there. We've had a job. You just want to get off for the day, go home, have a couple cold cruisers, maybe throw in the game. In this case, he probably doesn't want to throw in the game because he's at the game, and he's trying to end it shortly. Ninja, you got a baller strike here.
Are you telling me that some days you just want to mail it in, Will? Is that what you're saying?
Notwithstanding today.
Today you're bringing it. I feel it. You're bringing the heat. Scott Berry brought the heat here. You know, I get it. You have a position player pitching, Rowdy Tellez. You want to get the game over with, but you can't call this a strike, sir. This is nowhere close. This is worse than I think any called strike that Eric Gregg had in his famous playoff game. This is god awful. You cannot hit this. I had some people on X saying, swing the bat. I'm like, if you swing the bat at this, you're going to look really, really stupid, like a ballerina trying to hit a piñata. This is not a thing you want to swing at. This, according to umpire auditor, was the worst called strike in umpire auditor history. And I believe it. When I saw this live, I was like, holy crap, did he just call that a strike? And then you see Patrick Wisdom's face, which was, holy crap, did he just call this a strike? I don't even think the umpire believed that he called it. I mean, I guess my other thing is if you're going to have people wagering money on games, on strikeouts and all that stuff, it's painful. Have some professional dignity here, just like we do. Like, we may not be feeling it. We may just want to get this show done, but we always bring the heat here at the Pitching Ninja Show.
That's right.
Now, the rest of my whip around the league. The Tigers beat the White Sox 6-3. Davis Martin had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run. He had this painted fastball, this slider, and K-strut. I mean, what the is up with this K-strut? That's awkward. And then he had this absolutely disgusting 91-mile-an-hour changeup. Now, I have been on Davis Martin's changeup since I saw it a few weeks ago. I think he revamped it. This is disgusting. If he keeps this up, he's going to have one of the best changeups in the majors. He faced Ty Madden, who had 2 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 earned run, and had this fastball and slider, making his MLB debut. Nick Pivetta had 10 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 earned runs, but the Blue Jays won the suspended game 4-1. He had these fastballs, sliders, picked up a sword, and looked really solid. But, Will, I'm sorry y'all didn't win that game that continued from June 26th.
First game of the doubleheader, Ninja, and it didn't go as planned, and neither did the next one. And this season, we're above 500, Ninja, but it's not looking good for the Red Sox here.
Yeah, but this isn't a real true doubleheader loss. This is a 1.8 games of a doubleheader loss, right?
Yeah, makes it hurt. Not much less.
In the second game of the 1.8 game doubleheader, Jose Berrios had 6 Ks in 7 2/3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs as the Blue Jays flew past the Red Sox again, 7-3, and his painted sinker, these wicked slurves, and picked up a sword, and then had this literal back foot slurve to Abreu, ending injury to insult, with Abreu hopping around like Fred Flintstone dropping a bowling ball on his shoe. This is embarrassing, Will. I'm sorry about those Red Sox, but this was a highlight of the day for me.
It's a Boston Massacre all over again.
He faced Zach Kelly, who had 4 Ks in 3 scoreless innings, and they were hitless innings. As the opener, he had these fastballs, including this painted fastball and this cutter. Cole Reagans had 4 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 1 earned run. He left this game early with leg cramps. The Royals slipped by the Guardians 4-3. He had these sliders, including this painted slider and this Expelliarmus slider, and also had this nasty changeup. He faced Nick Sandlin, who was the opener yesterday, and had 2 Ks in 1 scoreless innings, giving up no hits, and had these splitters. Jamison Tyone had 3 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs. The Cubs sunk the Pirates 18-8. Had these painted fastballs. He faced Mitch Keller, who had 4 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 3 earned runs, and this fastball and sweeper. The Phillies slipped past the Astros 3-2. Zach Wheeler had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this splitter, sweeper, and curveballs. And he faced Ronel Blanco, who had 5 Ks and 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, had this slider, curveballs, and picked up a sword.
Bryce with a walk-off, and Embiid taking it in, enjoying the game.
Did notice him. Do you think anybody's yelling down in front to Embiid sitting there?
Yeah, I couldn't stop thinking about that. Expensive seats too.
The Royals beat the Guardians 9-4. Alec Marsh had 2 Ks and 4 2/3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs. Marsh had this fastball where the Ripper killed Big Christmas, just like big f***ing Scrooge back there, stabbing him to death. He also had this nasty curveball. And I'm going to skip Logan Allen because he wasn't very good.
And Salvi had a 457-foot granny here. A little shout out. His second of the day.
Nestor Cortez had 5 Ks and 6 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run as the Yankees beat the Nats 5-2. He had these painted fastballs and also had this drop-down sinker. He faced Mitchell Parker, who had 5 Ks and 4 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had the slider and splitter.
And Ninja Judge, no home runs, but he robbed 1 or 2 here, showing the glove off, just really showing everybody why he will be the unanimous.
Judge leaping, and he made the catch, Judge! What a play! He does it all, and there's the double play!
Max Fried had 7 Ks and 5 innings, giving up 1 earned run. His outing was divided by a rain delay. He did come back out after the rain delay, and the Braves scalped the Twins 10-6. The big story of the game for Fried was curveballs over and over again. These absolutely gorgeous curveballs. He had a 67% whiff rate on his curveball for the game. Just beautiful stuff. His curveball is one of the prettiest curveballs out there. He faced Bailey Ober. Wasn't very good. They called him off after the rains came. Cut his outing short after giving up, 9 runs?
He did 9 earned runs.
The Padres down the Cardinals 7-4. Randy Vasquez had 2 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this cutter and sweeper. He faced Kyle Gibson, who had 2 Ks and 4 1/3 innings, giving up 7 runs, although he did have a couple of really nasty sweepers. The Rockies rose above the Marlins 3-2. Ryan Feltner had 2 Ks and 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this curveball. He faced Edward Cabrera, who had a solid outing yesterday. He had 8 Ks and 5 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, had these wicked curveballs and slider. And lastly, the Mariners sunk the Rays 5-1. Bryce Miller had 10 strikeouts and 7 innings, giving up 1 run on 2 hits. And that 1 run was on a home run. So what, Will?
Doesn't count.
So it's basically a scoreless outing for Bryce Miller. He had this painted fastball, this nasty knuckle curve, as well as these filthy splitters. And here's a ridiculous overlay of his fastball and splitter. And look how long these 2 pitches track together. And then that splitter disappears. Baseball is impossible. He faced Ryan Pepio, who had 6 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 2 earned runs, had this cutter and nasty changeups. Now to my filthiest relievers. Brian Abreu had this 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Josh Hader had these heaters and slider. Eli Morgan had this barrel-locking changeup. And Ryan Yarbrough had this curveball that ended up behind the hitter here. That's nasty. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, I have Orion Kerkering with the sinker and sweeper overlay. Absolute filth. This man is not only a star, but is a full-fledged constellation. But he hasn't been as filthy as I thought he would be this offseason. Like, his filthy pitches have been a little bit more fewer and farther between than I had thought. I do expect him to pick it up in the postseason. Orion Kerkering is a filth monster. At number 4, I have Davis Martin and that disgusting changeup. He's fast becoming one of my favorite changeups in baseball. At number 3, Bryce Miller and his nasty splitters. At number 2, Max Fried and his gorgeous curveballs. And at number 1, Jose Berrios' insult to injury slurve. I love this pitch. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. Here's Danny Jansen hitting in the top of the second inning, as well as the bottom of the second inning in the same game. How is this possible, Will?
Well, he got traded, Ninja, after a game earlier in the season was suspended.
This is going to be a baseball trivia question forever. My picks of the day today, I'm going to start with Brant Herter for 5 Ks or more, then take Sean Manaea for 5 Ks or more, top it off with Jack Flaherty for 6 Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?